Welcome back to Insomnia Art. This is Mike, aka Naval Cosmos. Today, we're actually going to be doing another Pokemon mashup of Mr. Mime and Harley Quinn. For this image, I really wanted to go with something a bit more lighthearted given the subject matter of the characters. So I have Harley doing a bit of a golf tee but with her mallet. I'm still trying to find more interesting ways to have these characters kind of throw their Pokeball out when they're about to battle. I like to think she's doing a mini golf course and just kind of knocking her Pokeball into the fray for the respective Pokemon to come out. So right now I'm kind of working on Harley Quinn and her stance and how I was kind of getting the idea of how I wanted it to go. So I was thinking of Mr. Mime because it's one of those Pokemon that is rarely seen in the cartoon and honestly rarely known about. And I really liked his design and really his skill set, that he's a barrier Pokemon, that he or she, for that matter, actually can throw protective barriers, kind of like Sue Storm, I was thinking. And for someone like Harley Quinn, who doesn't really take defense as an option when she's doing what she's doing, the dirt that she does, I think her having a protective Pokemon would be best for her, given that she's not really in the business of protecting herself. I've been drawing a lot of Harley Quinn lately, and it's just, I don't know why. It's just I've always loved drawing this character, and nowadays she has so many different designs and so many different costume choices that it makes it really fun to kind of draw her a little different every single time. And I kind of piggybacked off a design that I found in one of her most recent comics. So I was just like, okay, this one seems really good for me and for this picture. And she's starting to get her patented jacket look, which I like. I do love the original Harley Quinn outfit, and probably next time I draw her, she's going to be in that just for a retro feel. But I do like her many iterations so far. Right now, drawing her little fuzzy boots, because you gotta have those fuzzy boots, toot and boot, as it were. And I'm drawing her mallet, getting the mallet work done, and finishing up doing the sketches on the Pokemon, which is, like I mentioned in other videos, it's really hard to get those lines right sometimes and get the simple perfection, which is in drawing Pokemon. I love Harley Quinn. Now, just going back to her while I'm doing my inks for her, she's one of my favorite villains because she's technically, well, she is a villain. She's done horrible things. Guilty by association, because when you hang out with the Joker, people are going to die, and that's usually the case, and she kind of sits back and lets them do it. And that's very a weird dynamic with her, and kind of the idea that she does have a bit of Stockholm Syndrome when it comes to him, that she's so used to the crazy that she just kind of goes along with it. Sometimes she breaks character and does something completely different, to where she has become more of a wild card than the Joker himself in a lot of respectful aspects. So she's really her own woman, and I like that about her mode of operation, so to speak. Finishing up her mallet, getting that all good and nice. I hate drawing mallets and swords and stuff, but when the picture needs it, you gotta go for it. Now I'm doing her hair, just coloring and getting those blacks in. Starting for when it comes to my inking, I'm starting to get a bit more comfortable with the gray to black and making sure that looks good. Make sure her hair looks somewhat kempt but unkempt, and there's her eyes. Like, one thing I love about drawing her is that you can really practice your facial expressions with her, because she's always on 10. She's never dulcet or kind of planning. She's always either extremely happy or extremely sad. She is the queen of mood swings, so it's fun to draw that. Neither draw her like trying to hide the sadness, or she's in a moment of complete insanity, which she's very rarely, now that I think about it. She's a lot more subdued than the Joker is in regards to him, because he's just 1,000,000% all the time. Or he's menacing and extremely scary, which is a new thing. Which not necessarily a new thing. It's Batman the Animated Series thing, and I think that cartoon influenced a lot of his of the way he operates now more than they would say. But that's just me. I grew up on Batman the Animated Series, and that's why. That brings me to another Harley fun fact. That's where she got her first start, and the world loved her ever since. And so have I. I was always a big fan of what they were doing with her. She was a new character, so it's hard to introduce new characters on something that's so old, something that's so time honored, and for her to take off the way she did is almost unprecedented. But that's Harley for you. She's always full of surprises. And here I'm finishing up inking the Pokeball, it looks like. Trying to see where my eyes are. Oh no, actually I'm doing her hair. Getting that done. And I'm laying in the colors for the Mr. Mime character. And when it comes to these colors, I did want to say that I'm eyeballing these colors, so it's not exact to the model. For one, I just wanted for my image to be a bit more organic and not so cookie cutter. So I figured I'd do it that way. And two, I just didn't really want to do the whole color picker thing. I'd rather use a bit of color theory on my own self and color it myself. And this picture is just about to wrap up, laying in my background that I've chosen for these images, and I'm all done. I love the way this image came out. I think that it's one of my favorites so far, and there's more to come. Like, comment, subscribe. See you later.